G'day there guys, Connor here again, and we're back with some more stories from Reddit. As always, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and also the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Alrighty, let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, this first one looks interesting. It's written by a throwaway account on relationships, and it's titled, "My fiance doesn't care that my kitten has disappeared, and it's making me feel horrible." I'm using a throwaway and typing this on mobile because my fiance and I share a computer. We've been together 5 years and engaged for 1. Anyway, 2 months ago, my grandmother gave me a 2-month-old kitten that was bred from her cat. It was her cat's only litter and she only had 3 kittens. The cat itself is special because she comes from a long line of cats that have been in our family for a very long time, talking about late 1800s here. Yes, the cat is purebred, but we do not breed and sell them. All the cats stay in our family. It's been a tradition and my whole family loves it. Having a pet lineage that goes back to our own is extremely special. Even my great-grandmother jokingly made a cat family crest with her cat, and we all loved and adopted it. It's used at family gatherings and special occasions, and it always causes a lot of laughter. A month ago, my grandmother passed away, and it's completely devastated me. Having a kitten from her own cat has made me feel closer to her, and I've bonded with her this last month. My mum received my grandmother's cat since she didn't have her own, and in total with that one there are only 4 remaining cats. 2 for grandchildren, 1 for mum and 1 for my uncle. So this has been what's brought us together. Now for the problem, which still has me in tears. My fiancé has never approved of the whole cat thing, and says we support breeders and killing of shelter animals because the cats are full-bred. Like I said before, we do not sell the cats, and they stay within the family, so I have no idea where he gets this idea from. I also live in a rural part of the country and own my house on a big piece of land, and have dedicated my life to helping animals. I help out the human society and take in farm animals and foster them until they find new homes. I currently have 1 horse, 3 goats, 4 rabbits, and many chickens. In addition, I also have 2 rescue dogs and 2 rescue cats that I love. So it was kind of insulting and hurtful to be told that I supported kitty mills and breeders. It wasn't until my grandmother passed away that he began to express these feelings, and I was thinking that he would get over it. Instead, it's turned into a disaster. I came home from work 2 days ago to find my kitten missing. I searched everywhere and couldn't find her. She's only 4 months old, so she likes to hide, but never for a long time. It was my fiancé's day off, so I asked him if he'd seen her, and he said he saw her playing with the doggy door and that she must have gotten out. This is where I lost it. I just broke down and started crying, and I've been a mess since then. These cats cannot survive outside. They don't know how to climb trees, their long hair will kill them in the heat, and there are tons of coyotes outside. My fiancé hugged me and told me it would all be okay and that we could look around. So we went outside until it got dark with our flashlights and searched for hours, and nothing. He said he was tired, so we went back home, and since then he gets annoyed when I bring her up in tears. I'm devastated and hurt. I feel like he doesn't even care about what's happening since he hasn't even acknowledged that she's gone so far. He wouldn't even help put posters up for her because he says no one lives near us anyway. I'm thinking it doesn't matter and that she may have wandered up the road, so there's a chance someone picked her up. This whole change in attitude has sideswept me and it's made me look at him in a different light. I know he didn't like her, but to be so cold and uncaring is just cruel. I even asked him how he would feel if it were one of our other cats, and he says it's different because they've been with us for years. I don't know what to do now. I'm a mess and I feel like I don't even know this man. He doesn't care about how much of a mess I am. She was the most important connection to my grandmother I had, and now she's gone. I feel like all the healing that I had from her passing away is undone, and I can't even go to work now. What should I do? How can I talk to him and get him to understand that his cold behavior is hurting me? Opie makes a few edits. I'm going out and into town to drop off posters before places close, and taking other suggestions of the whole litter box thing. I'm going to Skype with my fiancé in a few hours, so I hope he's more open about what happened that day. I'll add another edit after I do. Edit 2, I just spoke with some friends at the Humane Society, and they know someone who has a tracking dog. They're willing to come out and help look for her as a thank you for everything I've done for them. I'm also going to Skype my fiancé now. We'll update after to say how the conversation goes. Edit 3. Just finished Skyping with my fiancé. He knew something was wrong right off the bat. He asked if I was taking the kitty thing hard, and I said yes, I was, and told him and laid out how important she was, not only to me, but to my family. He got really quiet and said he would try to come tomorrow to help look for her. He also apologized for the way he's been acting, because the way he grew up wasn't as family focused as I was, and crying was seen as a weakness and he was often grounded for it, so it's something he has no idea what to do about. I asked him again what happened that day, and he said his mum visited him in the morning and actually lectured him about how he wasn't doing enough, and continued to insult him how he wasn't the one that wore the pants in the relationship because everything we had came from me. He says that he asked her to leave and went to the room to take a shower, and afterwards doesn't remember if the cat was there. His mum isn't an active member in our lives. She hates the wealthy and has constantly called me spoiled, and now I'm thinking she may be a part of the kitty's disappearance. I asked my fiancé if he would ask her about it, and he said he would do whatever I wanted to find the kitten. I'll update tomorrow when he gets here, and I hope we can at least resolve everything. In Edit 4, the dog is here to do the search. I've also talked to my fiancé about what happened, and I'll write a new update in a few hours, since this is getting pretty long. Yeah, wow, I was going to say before those edits that the fiancé seemed definitely very withdrawn and almost borderline suspicious. One comment says, "He became mean and nasty after your grandmother's death. That is a really unsettling red flag. Not to be horrible, but is there a chance he let the cat get out deliberately? He's showing a very nasty side by choosing this time, right after your grandmother's passing, to start being vocally against the cats. He should be supporting you in your pain and worry, not getting on his soapbox and railing against something you're not even a part of." Regardless of his qualms about her heritage, this attitude just doesn't make sense to me. She's already alive, and that can't be helped at this point, so why the derision? She's just as deserving as any shelter cat. Is he possibly jealous of the love and affection you gave your kitten? I mean, that's crazy, but he's sounding a bit crazy too. Okay, let's jump straight to an update the next day. Before the update, I would like to add that I was a bit emotional when I wrote the last post. My fiancé had just left for work for what would have been like 2 to 3 days, and I felt abandoned by him. In my mind, I felt extremely alone, and I expressed that through words here on Reddit. Today, I'm doing a lot better, but I feel like my head is having an information overload, and it's difficult to write everything without making it jumbled, but I'll try my best. I'm also still on mobile, so formatting will be a little off again. Update. My fiancé is back home, and we had our friends from the Humane Society join us with their dog. Thank you so much to those who suggested this. The dog was super sweet and smelled everything outside and found no scent. We're not sure if it's just the dog or it's because the cat was never outside, but everyone agrees it's more towards the latter. Either way, I'm super thankful that they would do this for me. I never imagined in a million years that this amount of support would come from the community here in my hometown. A few of them have helped me put up posters that I dropped off yesterday, and the vets and people who work at the shelter know of the situation. I'm also trying Reddit suggestions of putting toys and her stuff outside to encourage her to come back. I would also like to add that I spoke one-on-one to my fiancé, and he went more into detail with how he was raised. This included opening up about physical abuse he received when he was younger. He went into detail and it made me want to hug him. He said everything he and his siblings did was always watched, and one thing his mum hated the most was crying. He would be beaten when he would cry because his mum said if he needed to cry, she would give him a reason to. Her choice of punishment was a studded belt, which she would use to hit him anywhere she could. His dad never stopped it and wasn't really a father figure to any of them. In my fiancé's eyes, being stoic about some situations is what he was taught to do, and he doesn't know any other ways of reacting to it. He does talk to his mum once a week, and he says he talked to her the week after my grandmother died. She told him if he didn't stop acting like a woman and catering to my needs, that I would leave him. She also gave him a lot of scolding about the kitten, since she's the one that put the whole purebred animals are evil mindset into his family. He said he did think of the cat as part of our family already, so he began to feel overwhelming guilt for owning her. That's the main reason why he started pulling back and going into the mindset he grew up with again. I asked him if he would like to come to therapy with me on Friday and talk more about it, and he agreed. He also apologized for the way he's been acting and said he understood how it looked terrible on his part. Finally, he called his mum, but every call he made went straight to voicemail and no text message was answered. He's also been blocked on social media by her, and I really do believe she had a big part in the kitten's disappearance. My fiancé is not a very good liar, and he's been honest about everything so far. He said he doesn't know exactly what happened that day since he shut down with his mum's yelling and slapping, and that it wasn't until I got home that he really got out of the daze he was in. At this point he was sad. I've never seen him full-on cry, but it looked like he was close to it. He blames himself for not being more careful and promised to do anything I wanted to repair the damage. So for now, that means helping me look for her and annoying his mum until she answers. He also said he wants to cut contact with her, but doesn't know how because she's constantly forcing herself into his life. I'm hoping after all these incidents that she'll no longer be in our lives. Thank you all again. It's been a huge eye-opener here and has definitely made me look at things differently. It's uncovered a lot more than I thought it would, and I hope things will get better. I'll update again if I get any new information on the kitten or after I go to therapy with my fiancé. Some more edits. My fiancé, along with my mother and I, will go to fiancé's mum's house. We weren't able to go today due to other things going on, but tomorrow is a good day. Edit 2. I'm really sorry guys, I really am. I couldn't go today. Unfortunately, fostering animals comes with responsibilities and I do have some sick ones, and I can't leave on short notice without making sure they're well taken care of. I've made arrangements for tomorrow so I can have the whole day to travel up to her house and see if my cat is there. Trust me, I plan on leaving very early in the morning. I'm not able to do everything at once like some of you want me to. It's impossible and it really does hurt. I want my kitten back so much, but adult responsibilities are something I can't get away from. I know some of you can't understand, and I apologize, but just know that I'm calling and trying to pull as many strings to see if I can locate her. I'm going to sleep now to get up in the morning, and I'll update again after I get back. Edit 3. We're currently in fiancé's mum's city. We arrived at her house at 6 AM and she wasn't there. We seriously considered breaking in because we felt really anxious, but my mum told us to wait and then went and knocked on the neighbour's door at like 10ish. They were nice and said she was gone for the week and was visiting her son, assuming the fiancé's brother. If there ever was a moment I wanted to rip my hair out, it would be then. Fiancé's brother lives all the way in Amarillo, which is almost 8 hours away. We're still here in the city and we're still going to vets around the area that she lives in to drop off pictures to inform them of what happened. So far, people have been nice about it. We're going to try and get in touch with fiancé's brother and see what's happening. We've also filed a police report in her city already. They were able to do it over the phone, which was nice. I'll update if anything comes up. Until then, thank you all. Trust me, we're trying our best with the resources we have. We're going to stake out her house for a while to see if she shows up too. Okay, another 10 days, another update. Not a lot has happened since I last updated. I still don't have my kitten back, but we've made posts about it and reported her missing with her microchip. I've now been to therapy twice with my fiancé. Overall, he seems to be reacting well to it and says he feels like a huge weight has been lifted off his shoulders. He's wanted me to be there the 2 times he's gone, and they've been very emotional sessions. His past is a lot darker than I would have thought, and it explains why he acts the way he does at times. I've noticed he's become more open now. He talks about things that he would have otherwise ignored and tells me how he's feeling instead of staying quiet about it. He looks like a happier person, and he will continue to go to therapy separately. As for his mum, we went to her home again after she got back, and we were met with yelling and threats. She accused us of stalking her and sending people to spy on her. She went on a rant on how she's happy my kitten is gone, because then I would feel how she did when I robbed her of her son. She said he turned into a softie and a gay since he started dating me, and she wished he could have found someone who actually was a woman of the house. She apparently hates that I'm the breadwinner, and it makes him look like he's just a sugar baby. In reality, he does more work around the farm than me, and works a lot more than I do. If he weren't there, nothing would be possible. I did see firsthand how he gets with her yelling though. He tenses up and just blanks out, like if he mentally shuts down. Even when she went to hit him, it's like he didn't notice. My mum called her a C-word and told her she was a horrible mother, and then fiance's mum tried to attack her. My mum just grabbed her arm and twisted it, and fiance's mum screamed. The neighbours came running out of their house and asked if everything was okay, and fiance's mum started yelling how we were attacking her in her own home, and how she wants a restraining order. We left after that and went back home. My fiance's phone has been blowing up with texts and calls from his brother asking why we attacked his mum and how he betrayed them. His mum did file a police report against my mum, and I don't think we'll be able to get near her to see if she took my cat. All in all, it's just been tiring. I don't know what my next step is, and I'm just worn out. Gee, it's easy to forget that this all started with a cat going missing, isn't it? Okay, another update, 4 days later. I just got a call from a vet in a small town between where I live and fiance's mum's house. They have my kitty. Someone brought her in and wanted her microchipped, but she already had one. The whole reporting her missing with it worked. Thank you for everyone who suggested that. I'm crying now. I'm driving there now. I'll keep updating. I want to press charges. I know for sure my fiance's mum sold or gave her to that person. The person who has her is insisting it's her cat and is still there. I'm still a bit away and there's traffic. I need advice on how to handle the entire fiance's mum thing. Should I go at her full force? I'm shaking so bad right now, I don't know what I should do. An update, we just left the vet's office. I have her back. She's been purring like crazy and is her happy little self. I'm bawling, I missed her so much. When we got there, the lady was indeed fiance's mum's friend. She was fighting tooth and nail to keep her. We told her we filed a police report, as well as had her missing with her microchip. This lady did not want to hear it. I told her I could call the police and let them decide, because I had all her paperwork, her CFA registration, her health records, and much more. She backed off after that. My fiancé was the calm one and explained to her that we were going to press charges against his mum for robbery, and that she could either be considered an accomplice to that or she could testify against her. I don't think she thought that we were serious until my fiancé said that. She said my fiancé was a horrible son for even thinking of turning on his mum like that. I countered that my fiancé's mum was the one who stole my kitten. She went into my home and took something that wasn't hers. My kitty also had a collar with a few stones on it. It was less than 1K, but that's missing also, and I kind of bluffed and said it was like they stole jewellery too. The collar wasn't there, and I'm guessing she did something with it because she was fiddling. During all of this, one of the vet assistants called the police, and 2 of them arrived shortly after. We got her to make a statement against fiancé's mum, and they also got ours. They said it was a good thing that we already had a paper trail. It de-escalated after that, and we were able to talk through everything. I guess this woman was just lonely and was talking to fiancé's mum about it, and shortly after, fiancé's mum took my kitten and went and sold it to her the same day. She said she only bought her for $50, and that the kitty was so sweet that even when she knew we were looking for her, fiancé's mum told her, that she didn't want to give her up. She ended up taking her to the vet because the cat kept scratching her ears and had a lot of fluid in them, and she was worried about her. She has no experience with Persians and thought she had an eye infection because of the eye stains and everything. The vet said Cat is fine and that she has a yeast infection in her ears that's causing her eyes to water more than usual, and it's causing discomfort in her ears. He gave us drops and said to use them twice a day, and she should be good in a couple of weeks. After that, I spoke one-on-one with a lady and told her I could sponsor an adoption for a kitten if she wanted me to, and she said she would love that. She's older and really only wanted a companion, but it's clear that my kitten was too high maintenance for her. The cat's butt is full of poop and she has knots all over. We're going to meet up next week to do that. As for fiancé's mum, police seem hesitant on arresting her for just a cat, so they didn't want to do anything. They said it was up to San Antonio Police Department to do it, so that's our next step, I guess. Alrighty guys, and that's the end of that story. One comment says, "If that cat has a pedigree, it is really expensive and that should have been factored into the theft. With that said, it is not just an animal. A lot of people have that mindset, but the emotional attachment can be as deep as to a human. While it is not a human, the feelings can still be very deep. Stealing a pet is such a low thing to do." Yeah, agreed, and good to see they got her back eventually. And geez, fiancé's mum is psycho. I'd be avoiding her as much as possible if I were OP. Anyway folks, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, that's it from me today. Hope you enjoyed that story, thanks for making it to the end, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day. Cheers.